Yo, what's up, everybody? It is Tuesday night, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time. This is the Super Ugly Show. I am Richie, your host, along with my co-host, Rocky. What's up, bro?
What up?
All right, let's get this intro going. Have a great show. Everybody tune in, start in the chat, and go crazy. 1, 2, 1, 2.
This is the Super Ugly Show. We get through by the bare minimum. And expect nothing more.
True savages of the podcast game. Super Ugly Show.
Hi. Welcome. It's Tuesday.
Holy shit! Fucking Richie, Super Ugly Show. Yo. What'd you expect, motherfucker?
Me, Richie, not you, asshole.
This is the Super Ugly Show.
You're fucking damn right it is, Richie. You're an animal. You're an animal.
Camel toe is in. I'm telling you, Rocky, it is.
You're a fucking mental patient.
Camel toe is in.
Fuck you guys. Super Ugly Show.
You know, a lot of people don't like Rocky. That's part of the show. It's part of my thing. Come on, no.
I'm here to piss off people. How valuable is human life, really?
Yeah, fucking Rocky.
Yes.
Just saying this.
I gave up on jerking off.
Yeah, can't
fucked. I am fucked.
Just saying this.
Super Ugly Show.
What up?
What up, bro?
Tuesday night.
How's everything going for you?
I guess good. You know, it's like what, week 5, 6 of the
Lockdown.
the pandemic, and I'm still working. You know, life hasn't really changed much for me, other than you got to be careful doing things.
Yeah. I think they're just going to keep, every time like it's supposed to come back, they're going to keep pushing it back. And this is going to go on for months, I think.
Yeah, the kids are off of school to the 29th now.
They're off of school, though, for the rest of the school year is done.
It's going to be.
I don't know why they're like, I guess you still have people that don't want to admit it, so they're just easing them into.
Now, how does that work, though?
What do you mean?
Like, Lewis, he's in 4th grade.
They pass him.
He goes to 5th grade?
Yeah, they pass them. What are they going to do?
That can't be good.
They pass them.
I mean, not that school knowledge is worth shit anyway.
No, they don't teach you. They don't teach you how to.
Not a single thing we learned in school is helpful in life, other than math and just to count money.
The one thing that they should be teaching is like how to balance the checkbook, and they don't do it.
Yeah,
I don't understand why they don't. That's like probably the most important thing you should
like gardening should be like a legit class. So like if something legit goes down, you know how to create food.
Seriously,
yeah, like it's fucking the things you learn in school.
History should
be.
Well,
they just lie about the history anyway, though. It's not even real history. It's fucking made up stories. Look how I was telling someone the other day. I forget who they brought up. They brought up Martin Luther King Jr. And, I'm not putting him down, but we only hear the good things about him. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I was like, this is what we get told from our school system. And, the shit that we learn is, all happy fucking shiny people. But look at Columbus, for example. We were told that he was this great man and, he did this great thing, when in reality he was a fucking savage who murdered a bunch of people who didn't even land in America. He landed in the Caribbean. Yeah. Like, we were lied to about him completely. Yeah. Completely. So
it's not lied to, but just not told everything.
No, we were completely lied to. Completely lied to.
I guess.
Like, there was no talk of the Caribbean when I was learning about Columbus, I guess, in school.
You know what?
There was no talk of the murder and rape of a bunch of Indians. No. Native Americans, I'm sorry.
No, and now you're supposed to hate him?
Columbus?
Yeah, well, I don't hate him.
I don't hate him.
No, but it's like, we were taught to love him all my life.
Because what historical figure wasn't a piece of shit? They all fucking murdered and stole, and then had slaves, and they were garbage people because that was the times.
Yeah. They were people who just took.
Mm-hmm. Savage,
real hassas.
Yeah, a real hassa. You know what a hassa is?
But it's true.
Why
don't
you tell me what a hassa is, Frank?
It's true though. Whoever fucking took the most had their name in the history books.
Yeah,
like look at Vince McMahon. He rewrote history with the whole fucking network.
Dude, talk about pull.
Yeah.
They made pro wrestling essential in Florida for Vince McMahon and WWE. Now, is it coincidental his one of his best friends is the president of the United States? Is it coincidental?
No.
His wife works in his cabinet. Is it coincidental that, their performance centers in Florida, and at the final minute they decided, all right, yeah, you are essential.
Yeah.
They were going to lose their Fox deal. They were going to owe Fox a shit ton of money if they weren't able to go live.
Yeah. Fuck, man. And the whole thing with the sucks. ESPN pulled the fucking UFC 249.
That was Disney. It wasn't really ESPN. It was Disney.
They asked Dana White to back off, and he wanted
his Shang Tsung Island.
Yeah.
I was fucking loving it.
I was definitely feeling. I'm like, what the fuck are they? And then they wanted to have a like Enter the Dragon.
Dude, yeah, that's what I was hoping they would just do the fights, lose the cage, and just have it Enter the Dragon style.
have it on the mattress that they do in Bloodsport.
It'd be so fucking awesome. Why was it shaped like a half pipe, kind of?
I don't know.
Only in the final
question.
fight, too.
Yeah.
It wasn't like that in the rest of the fights.
No, it was just a cliff.
Yeah,
like
the
if you
final
knock 'em
fight,
off.
for some reason, they had that one side that was like a half pipe.
Yeah.
I always wondered what that was there for.
That was because they used it to their advantage. Like when they jumped off of it and he gave him that fucking karate kick.
Yeah.
The karate champ kick.
Yeah, yeah. Now, recently someone brought up, what's his face from Bloodsport? Ogre. What's his name in Bloodsport? I know you know it.
Ray Jackson.
Ray Jackson, or Chris Penn's character from Best of the Best. I forget his name. Now, I recently watched Best of the Best just because that thing came up.
And how was it?
It's so fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Best of the Best is so 80s cheese, but awesome.
I haven't watched it in a long time.
Me
Should I watch
neither.
it?
Absolutely.
Really?
Because the last fights...
Okay, so...
But do you remember when Eric Roberts, his shoulder gets injured? And he's on the floor. Ah, he's crying. He's going, Tommy, pop it. Pop it, Tommy.
Yes.
Tommy, pop it, do it.
Yeah.
Dude, that part. And then at the end, when Tommy's fighting the one-eyed guy. And
Okay.
he's about to fucking give him the final death blow.
Yeah.
And there's Eric Roberts again. Tommy, no! And he's looking at him.
man,
And
I gotta watch
and
it.
they could have won the tournament if he did it.
Don't fucking... I'm gonna rewatch it. It's
And
worth
Chris
it, right?
Penn is amazingly racist in it.
Is he?
Like, it's such 80s, like, racism. It's like, he's like, oh, Mr. Origato. Like that type of shit when the Chinese guy comes near him.
Oh, my God.
It's really good. That movie should be talked about more, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, I'm gonna watch it tonight.
Like, as far as kickboxer, blood sport, those 80s,
So how did he fight against? How would he do against Ray Jackson?
I think Chris Penn would wipe the floor with him.
Really?
He's more polished. Ray Jackson's more of a brawler.
Okay. All right, so I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna see if I agree with you.
Yeah.
Josh Anderson, how hard is it to teach yourself to shave with a straight razor? If you want to teach yourself how to shave with a straight razor, grab a straight razor. Make sure it's really sharp. And if you want to learn, start on your leg. And then if you could get it on your leg, then that's the first step on learning how to shave with a straight edge in general.
Like, honestly, to me, that's the easy part. It's getting the line up.
Yeah.
Because you
but you want to get the motion of how to do it
But
on
how
your
many
leg
people
first.
do you see play this game where, all right, shit, this one's a little higher, and then
Yeah.
by the time they're done,
Yeah, it's all low.
they now are fucking down here, and your beard is gone.
Yeah, you always have to do the lowest one first.
Yeah.
Because then you could bring the highest one down to the lowest point of where the other one is, and then it's done.
Yeah.
You don't have to keep on, going back and
Like
forth.
you're amazing at it. Like, and not to suck your dick or anything.
No,
but
it's I've been doing it a
you've
long time.
mastered it. That's what I mean. Like, I remember when everyone first started doing it. You were one of the first. Like Flores, I remember, was one of the first people to really do it.
Yeah.
The straight razor.
The thing is getting it straight.
Yeah.
You have to do it. This section, and then the bottom. Once the bottom's straight, then the top will be straight.
Well, also back then, a lot of people were doing the chin strap. If you
Yes.
remember, so
It
the
was
chin
really
strap,
thin.
yeah,
You had to get that shit
You had to
perfect.
get it fucking tight, bro.
Yeah. I still do like 2 of those.
Really?
Yeah, like every 2 weeks.
I
They
had
get
one.
really, really thin, and he's like, "Yo, let me get that '90s chin strap," and I'm like, "Word, I
crazy.
fucking dude, I do it sick."
When
too.
me and Jess first started dating, I had one.
Yeah, you always have one. I
Yeah,
remember
I had
always
one for
giving
a
you
long time.
You had the really, really thin one for years.
Yeah. And then once I started dating Jess, I just started growing it out, and
Yep.
I loved it. Like this, I can't imagine now ever taking it off.
No, can you imagine doing a thin chin strap now?
No, I mean
It's-
taking like imagine shaving completely.
Oh, forget about it. No, we haven't
Dude,
done that
I would look at
ever.
myself and be like, "Who the fuck
Yeah,
is that
look
guy?"
at that fat face.
Ugh, I would hate it.
You would hate yourself.
Like now, even when you go a little low, I look at my chin and I'm like, "Oh, you
Yeah.
chinless little shit." Like, it's just awful. It's fucking awful. All right, there's a bunch of things actually I wanted to get into. RZA Premier. Let's do a couple hip hop things.
Yo, did you have you've been watching this?
I watched
right?
pieces of RZA Premier.
How do you like that?
It's dope, but the sound
is.
quality sucks.
Yeah.
That's the problem. They need to figure out the sound because it's like someone doing it on a cell phone.
Some of them are not.
Yeah, but the RZA's was not. His sound was shit.
Yeah.
But it was cool. But it was just playing a bunch of songs like back and forth. It was like a hit for hit type thing.
Yes, I watched the Scott Storch versus Manny Fresh.
Yeah,
and Scott Storch just blew him out of
him.
the fucking water.
Yeah, people don't even know about Scott Storch.
Storch has so many.
He's an animal,
hits.
and not even just with hip hop. He's got Justin Timberlake's, Britney Spears hits. Like,
did you see him? He was doing a piano while he was doing the song.
Dude, that dude,
he was murdering it.
He went away for a while because he had a drug problem.
Who, Storch?
Yeah. So he went away for a long time. He was really bad into drugs, but people don't even know about this guy unless you're like into music the way we are. But Scott Storch is arguably one of the best producers of the past 25 years.
He's the Robert Downey Jr. of the shit.
The dude's an animal, and if you look at him, you'd be like, "Who's this fucking nerd?"
Yeah, he looks like Melito.
You think so?
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
I don't know. But and who was the
Shout
other
out to
one?
Melito,
It was us.
and
Oh,
his-
Swiss Beats and
Melito's-
Timbaland.
Melito's father passed, and he got the coronavirus. So.
That's terrible.
Yeah, his father died. He was going to do other shit in the hospital, and he was fighting to get him away from all the other patients, and he
it
wound
got
up
him.
catching the coronavirus there. I think this is a huge ploy just for the insurance companies not to pay out for the people that are sick, because this is just killing everybody that
Yeah.
they need to be killed.
Well, they're also categorizing a lot of deaths that shouldn't be corona deaths
Yeah.
as corona deaths. Like,
It's just, and they won't. Yo, look. He wasn't allowed to see him 2 weeks before.
Yeah.
Not a lot of funeral service. Nothing.
yeah, I know.
It's just in the thing.
It's just
dumped.
your dad's dead, and that's it. Yeah.
He's gone.
Yeah, that's the most fucked up part is when
It's
you.
really fucked
I
up.
lost 2 aunts already, old ones, so 90s, both in their 90s, and you can't do nothing. Like and we're Italian. Those things are important to us. We all show up to the wakes, and it's
Nothing.
And now they can't do nothing. So it's this weird fucked up feeling of you lost someone that sucks, and now you can't even mourn the right way. So it's making like death seem less extreme in a way, if that makes sense.
It's like it's not important.
Yeah.
Like
I said in the intro, human life isn't as important as everyone thinks.
it really is.
It's
I'll be
not
right back.
though.
I'm gonna get my
Look how expendable we have all become. We've all become so expendable because of this fucking virus, and it's really shown a lot of people's fucking true colors.
middle class. They raped the middle class. Every middle class person is home right now.
Oh yeah. Most of, probably 75% of them, I'd say.
Well, and most of the middle class's businesses, like how parents' businesses or how my businesses are shut down.
Yeah.
The ones that are making like the Kmart's and the Targets, they're not shutting
No,
down.
he's still paying rent on that, right?
Yeah, you have to.
I know. Like, what happens?
I'm sure there's a grace if he whoever needs it, but I mean shit, man.
You would hope. Like, what kind of monster would be like, nope. Like, you're not getting a fucking grace period.
Well, if anything, it'd be like
But I mean, in your business,
the
when
taxes.
when does that open up again? Like, yours is a fucking very
Who knows?
personal, close type
Yeah.
thing.
I'm thinking maybe like July they'll let everybody back in the
I don't think
barbershop.
July. I think you're being very hopeful with July.
Really? Oh,
Too
don't
soon.
say that.
Because you got to think about it. Even when this thing does start to calm down, it could flare up again just like that. So you have to fucking get rid. Like, we have to get a vaccine because look how quickly it spreads.
Yeah.
Like, we could be doing the same pattern over and over if we're not careful.
What happens in 2 months when this is not gone? We have to go back to work.
Yeah, no shit.
So what do? You go back to work? Like that's it. Like what the fuck do you do? Do you
I-
keep this around, or do you shut down until this is gone? Like will it ever be gone?
See, I also think, like, for a lot of us, it's not a deadly thing. I think
No.
because it acts differently with not everyone, but you'll hear one person say one thing, another person say another, and they're
Yeah.
two very different extremes.
Yeah.
Or one person's like, I had it and it didn't really faze me at all.
Yeah.
So you don't know what the fuck to expect with this thing.
No, it hits different people different ways. You could be 30 years old, healthy or not healthy. If it chose you and you don't react well to it, then you're done, man.
Yeah. Yeah. See, I think this is and I hate to say it, a thinning of the herd.
Yeah, definitely.
Like,
100%. 100%.
Like it seems to be that way.
Yeah.
The fucked up number, and I don't know if we brought this
Now
up last
look
week.
at Dave's father. They don't have to. The insurance company don't have to pay for him anymore,
Yeah, I know.
and they don't have to give him the money for his
Life insurance?
No, just the money that he would get every week. The money, the stimulus check.
Oh,
he's not
yeah,
getting,
yeah.
It's a total thinning of the herd.
Yeah, yeah. Did we talk about this stat last week? How 50% of the deaths in the United States were African American people?
Of the coronavirus?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Well, I wonder why.
That's a fucking
There's-
crazy number.
Yeah.
50%?
Yeah,
That's a fucking crazy number.
that no way.
Yeah.
That can't be.
Diddy posted something, and I was like, that is like, I doubt Diddy's going to post a fake. I mean, maybe the stat is fake and he posted it. I don't know,
Yeah.
but Diddy posted it.
If it's killing half of African Americans, that's horrible. That's
a
really bad.
Yeah, that's a serious number. Like
That's contagion type of seriousness.
Yeah.
Like you'd get it, then you're pretty much dead, and if you're not, you're lucky.
Like if I'm a black person, I'd look at that and be like, "What the fuck? Like what? What?
Why? Why you guys point me?
Like you would have to think, fuck, they're doing it to get us, like a conspiracy type thing.
Yeah, you would have to think that.
You would have to, and I wouldn't blame them for thinking it.
Yeah.
I wouldn't. I'd be like, yeah, you're
That's
probably
scary.
right.
Yeah.
With that kind of number, a 50% ratio, I'd be like, yeah, you're probably right. It seems like they're targeting you somehow. I don't know how, but that's
really
a fucking
scary.
crazy number. One more thing to get back to hip hop real fast. We were talking about the battle thing, but Ja Rule put out a challenge to 50 Cent to go hit for hit.
Oh yeah, I seen this.
Dude,
and then
50 would get stomped in that.
50, hold on, 50, and then 50 put a thing. We'll battle 50 Cent for attention, and it's him with the beggar thing.
But let's be honest, 50 Cent doesn't have legit hits. He's got street hits. I'm talking pop radio hits. He's got In the Club, he's got Hated to Love It, and he's got Candy Shop. That's about it.
Well, hold on. It's your birthday.
That's In the Club.
The club. Yeah, but he's got 21 questions. Like,
All right, 21 questions. We're at 4.
Hold on. Oh man, there's a lot of them. I just gotta open up the book.
I think Ja would beat him in
I
a
get
hit for
money.
hit.
I get money.
That's not a fucking radio hit. Are you
Yeah, it
crazy?
is.
No, it's not, Richie.
the same kind of hits that Ja
No,
Rule had.
I'm talking C100 playing it.
Yeah, I mean Ja Rule has a few of those.
He's
Quite
got
few.
a shit ton.
He's got quite a few.
Yeah. He's got what? 2 with J Lo.
Where would I be without you? He's got the one with that one. That's
What?
his first one. Where would I be without you?
No, his first single was Holla Holla.
Yeah, but yeah, he's got two bangers with J Lo.
Yeah, and then he's got like 3 with Ashanti.
He's got one with Ja Rule. The wonderful song is fucking serious.
Yeah, and
If
then
it wasn't for the money, cars and
Yeah.
jewels, stuffs and jewels,
Dude, people
and all the
shit on him,
things that
but-
I got.
I'll still fucking bump a Ja Rule song.
Yes.
Like you got to be stupid to sit there and put the man's music down. His music was good.
It wasn't. Yeah, it wasn't like his whole catalog was, but the few bangers were fucking dope.
Dude, that first album, Veni Vidi Vici, is a fucking banger.
Is it?
Yeah.
I never really
Yeah,
bought
dude.
into the album. I mean, I did like,
It's got a bunch of good tracks on there.
Really?
And then remember the Murder Inc. shit with
Yeah.
him, Jay, and DMX.
Yes.
Those 2 songs are fucking
yeah,
ridiculous.
Murdergram. That shit was
Yeah.
fucking. When that came out, that was fucking fire.
Dude, such fire. And then they came out with the second one, and you were like, you motherfuckers.
So
and they
good.
murdered it again.
So good.
But, I think Ja would fucking take him. That's why I think 50's making jokes, because I think he's looking at his catalog going, fuck, he's right.
Well, you have to know that he's taking both catalogs out and being like, all right, if we was to do this,
Yeah.
he would pull out this, I would pull out
Well,
this.
I don't think Ja would do it without knowing I could win this thing, because it's the one thing he could beat 50 in.
You think so?
Yeah. Yeah. And if 50's smart, he'd stay away from this, because he doesn't want that. He doesn't.
I love 50 and his stupid fucking.
Oh,
antics.
50's the greatest fucking internet troll out of
Oh, he's
all
such a
fucking people.
dick.
I hate all celebrities, but 50 Cent makes me laugh like a motherfucker.
Yeah,
when he
yeah.
goes at Floyd Mayweather,
Oh, my
those are
God.
my favorite things.
Yeah.
He shits all over that.
If you're not a
fucking poor
hip hop
guy.
fan, you should still be following 50 Cent because he trolls anybody and
Yeah,
everybody.
yeah, dude, he's fucking
He
hilarious.
trolls like legit cops.
Yeah.
Do you see that?
Yeah,
Like-
yeah. He was fucking going after a whole bunch of people.
Yeah, regular like white celebrities too.
Fucking the chick from Vanderpump. She was
Yes.
going after her husband or whatever, the
Oh my
producer
God.
or whatever he is.
Yep.
He's fucking ruthless too. I was loving when he was giving people the countdowns for his money. He's like, "You got till Monday to get me my shit,"
Yeah.
and he was like dead ass. Like he's like, "No, yeah, you got till Monday to get my shit." He's fucking funny. TikTok. You got two little girls. They do it, don't they?
Oh, they're TikToking crazy.
And they should be. They're what, 12 and 9?
Yes.
Okay, they should be.
Yes.
If you're over 13 years old and you do it, you're a fucking asshole. Stop doing it.
Yeah.
I have seen so many the families doing the dance thing.
Oh yeah.
If you are one of those families, ugh, gross. Gross. Like,
Well, listen,
hold on,
a family did it that I like.
you know, let me get this out.
I wouldn't do it, but-
let me get this out because, Rich,
Go ahead.
if you're a father involved in this, you're gross. Because are you really going? That was fun, guys. We had fun doing. That was fun.
It looked fun.
Yeah, for 13-year-old girls, fun. Go do it. That's what you should do.
Yeah, but
Even when mom gets involved, it's like, oh, look how hip I am. Shut up.
Yeah, but what about it? The kid's like, come on, please do it with us, Dad. Please,
Nope.
please.
No.
Come on, we're doing it for fun, Dad. Come on. And you're
Nope.
like, all right, let me do it.
Nope.
You're such a fucking Debbie Downer. I don't
It's
like
not.
that.
No, because it's stupid. And
Of course it's stupid.
And
we
what-
know that.
I can't stand those
Can you-
fucking things.
can you
It's
move
more
past
of
it?
no, because it's more of this attention of look at us and how fun we are. We're a fun.
No, it's
Look at,
not.
we're a fun bunch. Look
No,
at us.
You're taking that way out of context.
I'm not.
It's just let's do it. Have a
And the best
smile
one would
from
be
it.
able to see the 50 takes they took while the daughter's yelling at the dad and the mom. Well, you fine, do it right, Dad. You're screwing it up.
Yeah.
Come on, let's get it right.
Okay, if it's like that, yes, you're right.
No, it's always like that.
think so?
Of course it is. Of course it is.
Well, if it's like that, then you're a bunch of assholes. But if it's like for a fun and it gets done in 1 or 2 takes,
And how is that fun as an adult? You're an adult. The adults that are just doing it as adults, you're gross. You're disgusting.
yeah, but it's quarantine.
I don't care.
We're bored.
Read a book, watch a movie, play a game.
Don't do this.
Yeah, do not do that. That is just you're fucking gross. And I heard TikTok some kind of Chinese spying device anyway.
What?
Like I heard it's some Chinese app that spies. It's a spying like Chinese app.
Really?
Yeah. Like people shouldn't be using it to begin with.
These Chinese people, man, they're fucking scaring me.
Yeah. Yeah. Speaking of them,
Oh, I seen a Chinese girl trying to eat an octopus, and the octopus latched on her face.
and pulled her eyes.
I loved it.
I was like,
I
good.
fucking
That's
loved
what you
it.
get. Trying
She-
to eat it alive.
She eats like bats and
yeah,
everything.
she
like,
always eats gross. I know the girl you're talking about.
and they're alive, and she just bites the head off. Like, no, fuck you. Like,
Speaking of the Chinese and them really, making people not
ugh.
not
don't
like
like
them
that.
at all.
I don't like
Well,
that.
a McDonald's in Chinese, Rich, and not corporate McDonald's. This wasn't a corporate decision. This
Okay.
was a McDonald's in China. Put up a sign in their door saying, if you're black, you can't eat here, pretty much.
Really?
Like, there was more to it, but it was, if you're black, you can't come in here and eat here. Now, I don't know how many black people there are in China, but if there's one, that's like, what the fuck? Are you kidding me? Like,
Yeah.
why?
Yeah, well, I don't know. I mean, it's messed up because
McDonald's immediately came out and like, we had nothing to do with this.
yeah, like they have something against black people, but like they are like the dirtiest Asian. Those type of. I don't
Careful,
know.
careful.
man.
The things they eat,
yeah,
it's crazy.
Is nasty.
I knew where you were trying to go with
It's
that.
dirty.
Yeah,
the markets
it's
are disgusting.
The wet market.
Yeah.
Just the sound,
Listen
the
to me.
wet market.
If the Chinese people have those markets, they eat there. They
Yeah.
eat animals.
they eat
that
anything,
it's disgusting.
any animal,
And
it's
if
crazy.
I could have my opinion on whether I think it's appropriate or not, and I don't think it is. I think it's dirty, and I think it's disgusting.
yeah, of course it is.
So that's my opinion on it.
First
And
of all-
it's not being racist. It's being honest. Like I
Yeah.
think it's disgusting.
It absolutely is. And right now they're complaining that they're being targeted and whatnot, and they're not. Like they're
Stop eating that shit.
You know what? No one's outside to even target people. Like I haven't seen an Asian person, and I couldn't tell you how long. So no one's outside to be targeted.
Stop eating bats.
But
Stop.
They're being blamed for this virus. But you look at something like that, and you go, right now everyone's pissed off at you to begin with, and then you come out that you're profiling at a McDonald's. Like what the fuck is wrong with you people?
no.
What are you doing?
No.
This is not the time for that.
No, get the
Everyone's mad at you to begin with. But yeah, they eat shit. First, cook your fucking food. Just cook your food.
It's not right.
Unless you're eating sushi or like cold cuts, cook your fucking food.
You're putting all of us in danger. It's disgusting.
And I'm sure even if they cooked the bat, it would have killed the bacteria or whatever in there. But they just like grab things off fucking trees and just chomp in.
It's fucking gross.
It really is.
Gross. You guys are gross. Whoever's doing that, you guys eating that shit.
My boss goes to China every year, right?
He has to.
For business. When he would go there, he would pack his own food because he couldn't eat in China. He hated.
They just eat like scorpions and shit.
But
right?
even like the way they prepare food, and like he was like, the food is fucking gross.
Yeah.
So he would pack like peanut butter and jelly and bread and just live on that for as long as he was there.
Dirty.
Because it's just disgusting. But he's in a nice part. It's not like he's in like a shitty
it
part.
doesn't matter. They're gross. They eat that fucking food. It's gross.
It really is. It really is. Let's see. What do I want to get to? Let's talk about this. This was a NASCAR driver, Kyle Larson. He was on a gaming stream and he dropped an N-bomb. Now, he didn't drop it in an aggressive, like, you fucking, or, you know, he was just like, N-word type thing. You know what I mean?
Okay, yeah.
Like I'm playing a game and he was like, fuck, yeah, you know? This is Big Josh, $1,000,001, $1 million. Because he had a hard on for this story. But
hold on, Josh. Hold
see
on.
how good I know it. I know it was Josh.
Hold on, buddy.
He was even told me, he's like, I'm calling in. The second I mentioned this, look how quick he was on the draw.
Yeah.
He was right fucking there.
Good.
Immediately.
Good.
Immediately.
Hold on, Josh.
Now, you know, he drops the N-bomb, and today he got fired from his team.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yesterday he lost his sponsorship. Now, I got a couple things to say about this. First thing I want to say, let's be honest. The NASCAR demographic really doesn't give a fuck this kid said that word.
They're not going to.
Have you seen a NASCAR race? If you could spot 5 black people in the entire fucking crowd.
Yeah, you did good.
Yeah, but not a single. In fact, that team would probably gain fans with the racist fucking rednecks that watch NASCAR. No offense. I'm not saying all of the NASCAR fans are that, but let's be honest. The demographic in NASCAR racing.
They're not going to care.
Yeah, they don't give a shit. And like I said, in fact, they probably like him a little more because they're racist assholes. Yeah. Probably like, he said the N-word. I say that too.
Yeah.
You know?
They really fired him?
They fired him. He lost his sponsorships. Yeah. Now, here's my other problem.
Oh, Josh, what do you know about this?
He's lost millions of dollars in all this bullshit. He's just lost everything, killed his legacy.
Wow, that's over a fucking word.
Over a word. You know his career's over. But here's my problem now. Guy in an NBA says it. Doesn't matter. Guy in the NFL says it. Doesn't matter. And it's because they're black.
Yeah.
So this guy saying it in a non-aggressive way, not aimed towards anybody, in just kind of like a stupid manner as someone playing a video game.
And doing a favor doing this.
Yeah, his life is now ruined because of him saying one word. But again, an NBA player or an NFL player, and African-American ones, obviously, they can go around and say this word as freely as they want, and Nike's fucking giving them $80 million deals.
Yeah, but why are they agreeing to take this man's life away like this?
Because America, bro. You can't. He's white. He can't say that word.
Yeah, but we're an apology society.
He apologized. They don't care.
Nothing.
They don't care. His apology was very insincere. It was very scripted and very insincere. But
why? What do you say, Josh? What do you think about this?
He stuttered on his words on that apology video.
Yeah. It was
okay. Now, what do you think about him?
But
Josh,
I think he got what he deserved.
Really? You would think he deserved all of that for saying a word like that?
Well, yeah, but you know,
Josh, I think I've slipped up on here and said I might have said that word.
Not on here. No.
Within the 5 years of doing this, I might have said it.
You might have said it like retelling a story in context.
That does not mean that I should have my life stripped from me because I said a fucking word like that, or I said.
He's representing a sport, though. That's the thing. He's representing the sport.
Okay, and so is LeBron James, and you're gonna tell me he's never said that word?
I don't know. It's fucked up. That's what I think.
Like, you know, these guys have Instagrams and all this other shit, and I guarantee if I go through enough basketball players' Instagrams or football players' Instagrams, I'm going to find a bunch of people who are using that word.
They're going to say, you're going to see a bunch of ninjas.
Or if they're singing along to a song, you're using that word.
What about Hogan when they
Hogan
found out
used
what
it in a
he did?
hateful manner. That's different. This guy wasn't using it in a hateful
He was
way.
playing a video
He was
game.
playing a game, and he said it kind of as just a throwaway word. And in reality, if we're being honest, online gameplay, from what I know, I'm not an online gamer, but from what I know, that word is one of the most popular words on the fucking online gaming community.
Yeah.
They throw that word around like it's nothing. Whether you're white,
And it gets
black,
repeated,
Hispanic,
or like it's just something that's
and it's
said.
become this word of like, oh fuck.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's not used in
a hateful.
Yeah.
It's
like I said,
racist
it's
way.
more of a substitute for fuck. You know, they'll be like and it's again, should it be that? Probably not. I don't know.
But that doesn't mean that somebody should have their fucking livelihood taken away from it.
And
That's
I mean,
crazy.
how long is this going to go on for? Where no one can say the word except Hispanic and black people. Like I'm not saying like I don't understand why you would want to say the word. I mean, it's really, but if you do, it shouldn't be the end of the fucking world. It does. I mean, I've taken that. I don't have it in my vocabulary because I just don't. It's not a word I
It's
say.
very important. There's a difference on how it's used.
Yes, on how it's used. If it's someone, fuck you, you fucking.
Yes, that's
different. All right, but
that's malicious.
A throwaway while I'm playing fucking video games is not.
That.
Yeah, that's a little much. I think a suspension maybe just to show that they did something.
Yeah.
He did get suspended indefinitely.
Yeah, but
no, he got fired today.
Yeah, from the team.
Yeah.
But he got suspended from NASCAR indefinitely.
Yeah, but what team's going to sign him now?
Nobody.
Exactly. So his career's ruined.
That's so fucked up.
He's not that good of a driver, is he?
He hasn't won in about 5 years.
Oh.
All right, so he's got money though. If he's been racing that long, those NASCAR guys make fucking killer bank, bro. Serious money.
He races on sprint car dirt tracks. He's got a dirt track team. He's got millions of dollars. So yeah.
Yeah, so he'll be all right, but it's just fucked up though that this guy's whole livelihood. Like I said, if it was something where he was using it hatefully and aggressively towards an African American person, I would understand.
Yeah.
In this context, it's
a little much.
It's way over the top, and people need to start relaxing. Like, look at the bigger picture of the world today in general. Is that really that important that we need to ruin this guy's life?
It's not like he's stomping somebody out and saying like he's playing a fucking video game, helping the kids out and shit. Like,
yeah,
it's just,
and you would think in this time, like even when his buddy was like, "Hey man, everyone can hear you right now," and you hear him like the crickets, where he's just like, "Oh fuck," because he knew. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He knew I fucked up.
yeah,
Randy Orton did it, and WWE did nothing.
yeah.
Randy Orton did it on Call of Duty, and it was a fucking like a joke thing
Really?
on Twitter. Yeah,
Oh man.
yeah,
Oh man.
and no one's fucking batted an eye. So it's like, what
But,
the
yo, you gotta listen.
But he works for Vince McMahon, and yeah.
Listen, let me tell you something. And honestly, I was talking to a few people about this. Work, it sucks when you work for somebody that is a shithead.
Yeah.
Like it really does. Like if the best thing to do is work for yourself. But if you have to work for somebody else, try and make sure you work for good people. Because working for shitty people, it sucks.
Yeah, yeah. See, the thing is, though, it probably wasn't even his team that really. They probably felt the pressure from NASCAR, from sponsors, because they will lose sponsors if they keep this guy on. The team will lose the sponsors.
Yeah.
So now you have this pressure of, I don't want to do this, but you fucking why would you say that? You know what I mean? Like, fuck.
So now you can't get rid of 7 people's livelihoods just for the one racer. And when the
7, those teams have probably like 20 to 50 people.
So it's like,
No,
dude,
200.
200 on a team?
Yeah, basically like truck drivers that bring the semis.
Mechanics, yeah, dude. Wow, actually, now that you mention it, yeah,
you
200 people.
Yeah, and if you're going to lose sponsors, those are a lot of meals that are going to be lost. If they want him out, then that's it.
Yeah, he could have just cost 200 people their jobs and their livelihoods.
He's got to. Yeah, it is what it is.
It sucks. It really sucks.
If the sponsors are putting pressure on them like that, then yeah, that's just, if they're not, then that's bullshit. They shouldn't have fired him. But if the sponsors are putting pressure on them,
Like a lot of people do take knee-jerk reactions too, where I think they just react first, expecting certain things to happen, and they don't even let They don't even let the
Yeah.
opportunity unfold. They just
Yeah.
immediately just nip it in the bud and like,
Yeah.
no, we're not even dealing with this. Like, done. And that needs to stop. It needs to, like, if it's an aggressive, the way Hogan used it, that's fucked up. That's wrong. Like, he was, being a racist fucking asshole. But
Yeah, saying it out of play, like not realizing, like
what if one day fucking, Dale Earnhardt's just singing along to DMX and he says it while he's singing? Is he now going to be fired? And like,
yeah,
I'm singing along to a song, but it's just saying the word is now you can't do it.
He'll probably get fired from his job as a commentator.
Yeah, I would guess. Yeah. All right, Josh, what else is going on? How's everybody in Pigeon Forge holding up?
Oh, we're doing all right, guys. It's just this quarantine shit. I'm not used to it.
Yeah, no one is, Josh. It's never happened before in our lifetime, so, yeah.
Yeah.
We're all in this together, buddy.
Yeah. Oh, real quick, NASCAR mate Kyle Larson's going to take some sensitivity training classes.
all right, nice.
Well, that'll fix everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Shit.
Yeah, so, all right,
Who the
buddy.
fuck is?
Anything else, pal?
Nah, I just want to say hi to you guys real quick.
Thanks,
I'm going to
Joshy.
get off here.
All right, Josh. We love you, brother. Take it easy.
All right, see you guys.
Later, buddy.
Later, brother. Someone posted this the other day, and I want to see where you go with this because I have a feeling you're going to go the way I don't want you to.
Okay.
Smokey versus Day Day.
Day Day.
Fuck you. Like, really?
Yeah.
Fuck you.
Day Day
Richie.
held down 2 movies.
I
that
don't
was
care.
Fucking
and
hilarious. in them.
neither one of them are funnier than the original.
And yeah, but want to know something though? I don't know. That shit got old. And he didn't,
Smokey?
yeah, and he didn't.
No.
he
When's the
didn't
last
come
time you
back.
watched Friday?
I don't know. A couple years ago.
Rewatch it.
Yeah.
I went years without watching it, rewatched it, and I was like, this shit is a funny motherfucking movie.
I
Like-
mean, I will, but I don't know. I just don't see it.
Dude, first of all, hold up. Smokey wins on this alone. You got knocked the fuck out.
I
That
know, but when
wins alone.
when everybody played it out and said it, like,
That's
it was
why.
just
And now that
annoying.
it's dead, and you see the scene again, because the way he
Yeah.
gets up after Debo hits him, and the smile on his face,
Yeah.
and he runs
I
over,
like the music that's playing.
and he's just like,
Boom.
damn!
I like the music in
Yeah.
the background and shit.
Dude, that whole scene is fucking. You want some too, old man? No, and just gets in the car. Why'd you bring me out here, boy? Dude,
Messing with these folks.
dude, Friday is a funny motherfucking movie. It really it holds
I'll
up.
watch that if you rewatch Twins.
I have recently.
You have?
Yeah, it's dude.
You said it doesn't hold up. I didn't like.
Not that
you
it
said
doesn't hold up. It's not really all that funny though.
I don't know. It's a good movie.
I watched a bunch of movies over the weekend. I watched The Green Book, which I believe won Best Picture, and no. Like, it was a good movie. I'm not saying it wasn't a good movie. Best Picture? Absolutely not. It was one of these, here's a white guy from the Bronx in the 50s, and here's a distinguished black guy, and, their worlds are now mixing, and they don't understand how each other work, and they learn from each other. It's one of those stories.
Okay.
It was good, but Oscar-worthy? Not at all. And then I watched Motherless Brooklyn with Edward Norton. It was all right. He was great in it. He plays a character who has Tourette's.
Yeah.
And that motherfucker can play someone with a disability like no other. Remember The Score with Robert De Niro?
Yes.
Where he plays the mentally handicapped guy?
Yeah.
And then Primal Fear, where he plays Aaron, the counselor.
Yeah.
And then he turns and fucking becomes the
course.
evil guy. That movie, if you've never seen Primal Fear, fucking watch it.
Yeah.
But,
Have you seen Uncut Gems with Adam
amazing.
Sandler?
Amazing. So good.
That was a really
Yeah,
good movie.
we talked about that on here.
Unexpected. No,
Yeah.
I watched it probably like a week ago, and I wasn't the Adam Sandler movies I've been getting have been rom-coms, and I just fucking hate that shit, and he's overdone it so many times. So when I seen this, I was happy to see a different part of Adam Sandler.
He was amazing in it. The
Yeah.
fact that he didn't get nominated for an Oscar is bullshit.
Really?
Yeah. He
That
didn't.
good? You think that good? He did awesome.
For Adam Sandler to go from what he does to
Yeah.
turn around in that dramatic
So
role,
good.
and he killed it.
So
Dude, the
good.
tension in that movie
Yeah.
is fucking unbearable sometimes.
So good.
It's so fucking good.
Yeah. The whole movie puts you to the
And
to
then the
to
end, you're like,
wall.
what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like I didn't see that coming at all.
Oh my god.
I was like, holy shit.
If you guys didn't see Uncut Gems with Adam Sandler, do yourself a favor and watch it.
Yeah. What else did I watch? I watched Motherless Brooklyn. I watched The Green Book. Oh, I watched this movie yesterday about this Indian kid, the red dot kind in England, and he gets hit by a bus and wakes up and nobody knows who the Beatles are. but he still remembers the Beatles and all their songs. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So he now starts playing it off as the Beatles is his music.
Okay.
You know? So, and he becomes famous and yada, yada. It was good. It was cool. And then I watched something else. I can't even remember. But a lot of movie watching this weekend. And then I got Final Fantasy VII Remake. I know you're not an RPG guy.
No.
This isn't your classic turn-based RPG where you're just standing there, you get attacked, and then it's your turn.
Yeah.
It's an action RPG. So you're moving while you're fighting. And the original I played when I was 13 or 14. It was phenomenal. And I'm not an RPG gamer at all. It's literally the only RPG game I've ever played. And I loved it as a kid. So when this came out, I was like, all right, I'm going to check this out and play it. Arguably one of the best games I've ever played.
Nice.
It's that good. The upgrading systems and the weapons and all that shit, like that's RPG style, is so easy to do and understand. They've made it very simple for the casual gamer.
Same thing what they did with Resident Evil 3.
Have you played it? I didn't get it.
Yeah, I have Resident Evil 3 where they remade it and
They do it 4.
it goes into 2 from 2 seamlessly.
Oh yeah. Well, that's how it went originally.
And like Final Fantasy, it's done the right way. If you guys want a game like Resident Evil 3,
Which is
good.
better, 2 or 3?
I think 2, but they're both good.
Let me ask you: does 3 still have the boarding up of the windows?
It's the same thing as 2.
I hate the boarding up of the windows. Like, what a stupid fucking thing to put in the game.
No, they don't have. You don't have to board up any windows.
Fucking in part 2 you had to.
Yeah, no, in 3 you don't.
And that drove me nuts. I'm like, what the
Yeah.
I gotta collect wood.
Yeah, you're going against Nemesis.
Yeah, but I heard he doesn't pop up as much as he should have.
Yeah.
I heard
No,
that was
he-
like the one flaw.
No, it did. They did it pretty well.
And
like
I
it.
heard he was pretty easy to get away from when he just pops up.
Well, it depends if you put on easy or not. You
No,
know what I
like
mean?
this was like an IGN type thing, so they're playing
Okay.
hardcore.
Yeah,
But
it's fun though. It's good.
yeah, I love that they're remaking a bunch of classic games. Like that's to me like remaking movies. It's very like no,
Yeah,
fuck you.
but
When
games
they
different.
remaking games, I don't think there's been one yet that they've fucked up remaking.
do good.
They've improved on them in every way. And with Final Fantasy and Resident Evil, they've actually expanded them.
Yeah.
Like Final Fantasy, dude. The original game was 3 discs, about 40 hours worth of gameplay, right?
Yeah.
This series is the part I'm playing now is only part 1. So, and it's about 40 hours worth of gameplay. So they've expanded this whole fucking world, and they're gonna have a few releases now of this whole game. It's all Final Fantasy VII, but it's like here's part 1, here's part 2, here's part 3.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and it's so dope. I really highly recommend it if you're a gamer. Definitely check out Final Fantasy VII. They are doing part 4, Resident Evil 4. It's official.
Of course, the games have been really they've been doing them really good. 'Cause
Now,
for a while they went to shit. But
have you
they're
played
really good
4?
now. I've played all of them, but I don't remember.
All right, then you didn't play 4 because here's the thing: 4 is the almighty when it comes to Resident Evil. 4 is almost the almighty when it comes to video games. When you're talking top 10 games of all time, Resident Evil 4 is usually on that list. It's that
What system was it for?
the GameCube originally.
Okay.
And then it got released on like PlayStation 3, and you could probably get it on PlayStation now. But that game is regarded as one of the greatest games of all time.
Really?
So this remake,
Is going to be the end all.
they
be all?
have to like really do something. Like they can't fuck this up because it's such a beloved game
Yeah.
that now you're tampering with something that is very, very cherished by a lot of gamers.
Yeah. Well, the thing with 2 is more puzzle based a little bit, and 3 was a little more action.
They
type of-
started getting to the action as they went on, but
but
4
it's fun.
4 brought it back more to the survival horror thing.
Okay.
They're in like an old village in like East Germany or some
Yeah,
shit,
yeah.
And it was more like I said, survival horror.
That was they cleaned the graphics up pretty well on that one, right?
Yeah, oh yeah, big time. And they did the over the shoulder view.
Yes.
Which now they use also, but
Yeah.
if you played 1 and 2, it was a top down.
Yeah.
And 3, they were all that top down thing, and in 4 they decided, all right, we're going this way
Yeah.
instead of this way. And then 5 and 6 were just pretty much action games. They weren't
Yeah.
horror based.
I would like them to do the first one again. That would be cool.
They've done it 4 times, dude.
No.
Yes,
The
they've
first one?
remade the first one like 4 times. There's a remake out there of it right now.
I think that was like 18 years ago.
No,
Like-
dude, I'm telling you,
Yeah?
like in less than 5, the past 5 to 8 years, that's what started this whole thing.
Yeah.
was they did it with Resident Evil 1. You got to go back and find it. But but to be fair, it's not as changed as 2 and 3. It's pretty much the same game as Resident Evil 1. They just cleaned it up a lot.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So,
No, though, I mean, the way how they did 2 and 3, the artwork is just amazing.
like 2 and 3 are almost
they're different games.
yeah, like the story and the premise is the same, and you know some of the locations and stuff are the same, but there's a lot more to them than the original games. So a little game talk there. I don't think we've done that in a long fucking time. Sorry for all you non-gamers, but you know I'm sure a lot of people who
We're stuck inside, bro.
yeah. So we're giving you things to do. You know, dude, the last episode of Tiger King came out. What a fucking bummer that was.
Wait, what?
It's just a bunch of interviews with the people that you don't really like.
They what on Netflix? It's
Yeah,
on
they
there now?
released another one, and Joel McHale hosts it, and he does a bunch of like, you know, FaceTime interviews with everybody but Doc Ansel, Joe, and Carol. So it's
Okay.
like the 3 people I want to hear from aren't on this. So it's fucking the one person with the one arm, Jeff Lowe and his chick,
Yeah.
Rick, the producer guy, the
Yeah,
guy with no legs,
The husband trying to say that he's not a dirtbag anymore. He's got his teeth fixed.
Oh yeah, that guy's
Right?
on it. Yeah,
Oh my
yeah.
God. Shut up. You're
Right.
still a fucking scum.
Like I was watching it, and I was like, "This is stupid." Like,
No,
why hype it? We were all hype. Everyone was like, "Yeah, another
Yeah.
episode."
No, don't do it.
And it was that.
Unless you have Joe, don't do it.
yeah,
It's
no,
not worth it.
was
Nobody cares.
Garbage. Let me ask you this, Rich. You have to pick one. Would you want to live in a world with dinosaurs or a world filled with zombies?
I would rather live in a world filled with dinosaurs.
Dinosaurs?
Yeah.
And you have T-Rexes running around, raptors.
Yeah, that's fine. At least like we could build accordingly. I mean, zombies are fucked up. Like zombies, somebody dies in the room next to you, you might lose your life.
Yeah.
That's not good.
Well, I mean,
don't like that.
A T-Rex can just come and step on your house.
Yeah,
though.
but if I have a fucking concrete house, I mean, I could prevent
a
certain
concrete
things.
house. Do you know how big a Tyrannosaurus Rex is meant to be?
Yeah, but
It's like a fucking blue whale falling on your house. Like, dude, it's not a small. Or like a brontosaurus just decides I'm going to whip my tail
Well,
and
I
just
could-
wipe out.
I could build a moat.
Yeah, I guess.
You know, I could build a big moat. A fucking excavator will get that thing
And
right.
what job do you have in this fantasy world that you're building moats and?
What do you mean? I can get my hands on an excavator. Definitely, 100%.
And just build a moat.
Yeah, you build a moat.
You think that would be like the new thing? Everybody just has moats around their house.
Why not? I'd dig the trench out for your house.
I know you would.
You know.
I wouldn't pay you either. I wouldn't pay you. I would just be like, hey, here's a hearty handshake. Actually, no handshakes. Here's
No.
a fist bump, Rich.
Yeah.
Thanks
A
for the
social
moat.
distance hug.
Yeah.
You like
Thanks
this.
for the moat, buddy.
Tell me that's not the best defense though.
For
Even
a
for
dinosaur?
zombies.
Even for zombies, yeah. But zombies, remember,
Yeah, they could be alive in the,
they
in
walk
the moat.
through.
Yeah.
It which one is that?
No, I know. Land of the Dead.
Land of the Dead. They
Yeah,
walked
they
underneath
pulled
the
up on the
fucking
beach.
Yeah, and
They were
walked
on
right
the
up to
bottom of the
rich
bay.
place.
Yeah, they were at the bottom of the bay. They wound up walking from the bottom of the bay in the water all the way to Manhattan Island, and fucking they all were there, just ready to rock and roll. And
That
they
seems great.
they tore down Manhattan like nobody's fucking business.
That's a good one. I like that one a lot,
Yeah.
actually. I
John
like that one a lot.
Leguizamo is in that one, and
Plays a real piece of shit, too.
yeah. Well, John Leguizamo's not too bad. It's the what's the Kingpin?
Dennis Hopper.
Dennis Hopper.
You know that
yeah.
was his last movie, I think?
Was it?
Yeah.
I liked him in that movie.
I like Dennis Hopper in a lot of things.
Yeah.
One of the best scenes of all time is Dennis Hopper, him and Chris
Yeah.
Walken. You ever see the movie Zombie, the Italian movie? That's the movie where the zombie grabs the girl and puts an eyeball in the piece of wood.
I think so.
All right, well,
It's
in
an
that
older one,
movie,
right?
yeah, in that movie, there's a scene just out of nowhere that's batshit fucking crazy, where a zombie is underwater fighting a shark.
Yes.
Dude, and the guy in the zombie suit took a few bites from the shark. Like, it grabs his arm at one point.
Yeah.
Like, I remember watching that, though, and go, this is, like, a weird, out of place.
Yeah,
Like,
it
they
doesn't-
just a zombie fighting a shark out of no... And then the zombie bites the shark, I remember.
Yeah.
And that's how he wins the fight.
Yeah, it doesn't really fit in the movie.
It was such a weird thing. I remember, but yeah, the first time I watched it, I was like, "Wow, how did we get to this? This is a fucking crazy, just out of nowhere fucking scene."
Yeah.
But the movie's worth it alone for that eyeball scene because they make you wait for it. The head getting pulled in, it takes forever for it to finally get to the fucking eye.
Yeah.
They make you wait a good 15, 30 seconds. But, that death alone, though, is fucking worth checking it out. All right. I want to talk about this because everybody knows I'm Opie and Anthony for life. Fuck Howard Stern. And what I saw last week of some people's hero, Howard Stern, was probably the grossest thing I've ever seen someone.
Please do tell. I have no idea what you're talking about.
I'm getting there.
Please.
That like he used to be like the king of shock and I don't give a fuck and and trash people, and he wrote a song for his stupid wife and sang it on his radio show while she serenaded her. Playing dude, and the worst song. See if you can find. It's serious, so there might be copyright. Don't. Okay. But if you guys look it up, this is Howard.
What would it be titled?
Just put in Howard Stern sings to Beth. Okay. It'll pop right up.
Now Beth is his longtime wife.
No, Allison. Remember Allison? I love Allison. And then he ditched Allison for Beth. She was a model and whatever. I don't think she's pretty. I think she's actually kind of ugly. She's a horse face, and she's turned him into this pussy. No, but. He's become this pussy because of her. Yeah. Like, she is the one that's made him, she's got his hand up his ass. And when he comes home, Howard, you shouldn't have done that. I don't like when you do that. And I don't think you should do that anymore. And okay, Beth. Okay.
Really?
I won't do it. I would have to assume. Because what happened to the fucking guy that was, crazy and outlandish and would say things that would shock everybody? And now you're fucking serenading your wife with this awful, and it's awful, Richie, like something a 12-year-old would sing to his girlfriend bad.
I have to watch it.
It's so bad. And you sit there and go, the Howard Stern from 1987 would be fucking destroying
he would
this guy.
Make fun of him bad.
If someone sent in a video of someone else doing that same exact thing, same exact song, him and fucking, what's the guy? The one who doesn't.
Yeah, but can you expect him to have the same kind of comedy?
No, but as Howard Stern, you should know this is something I should not be doing. My image is still I'm Howard Stern. Yeah. And when I do things like this, it makes everybody go, what the fuck happened to you? Like, if I was a fan of his, I would immediately be like, I no longer am a fan of yours. Like, that's how bad this is.
I have to watch it.
It's so bad. Like, you don't see fucking Opie or Anthony doing... It's out of his, personality. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, we don't know him when he's alone with his wife, but whatever. But your on-air character, that's not who you are. Yeah. And now you're doing this fucking thing that you would have fucking massacred somebody for doing. Like, if Baba Booey did that to his wife.
Yeah, he would fucking kill him.
I think there was even a time where Baba Booey did something like that with his wife, and they spent, a week destroying him about it. Yeah. So for him,
it'd be funny if somebody started destroying him and he would fire them.
He would. No, he would though. That's the type of people have this perception of Howard that he's this, he's a fucking piece of shit that
they can't take type of thing.
Exactly. He can't take anything. He had the hallways shut down because Opie, and I'm sure he was like, I just said hello, but I'm sure he was like a dick about it because they're beef, Yeah. And Opie was like, hey, Howard. And the next day, the hallways were shut down when Howard came in.
Wow.
Like, he's a bitch. When Opie and Anthony would talk about him on the radio, they were a parent company. So he worked for 92.3. They worked for 102.7. He told the bosses, tell them they can't say my name and talk about me. Wow. So when they would talk about Howard, they would say hoo-hoo, or they would do something indicative of him, but they weren't allowed to say his name. He silenced them. Mr. Free Speech silenced Opie and Anthony. Weird. And people don't know that. And this is a fact. You can look it up. It's a fact that he silenced them. And what kind of bitch silences people when you're a main face?
Your main thing was that.
Yeah, exactly. And that's why your whole shit is fake.
It's a coward.
Yeah, it's all a fucking act. And I'm sure Opie and Anthony, some of it's an act too. But when you listen to them, they're genuine. Like, I genuinely go, this is what these guys are like. Yeah. Because it's like this. I'm not this talkative in real life, but this is kind of my personality and who I am. Yeah. I don't make up a fucking phony character for the podcast. This is me and this is you. And Opie and Anthony always came across that way. Howard, once I heard those stories, I'm like, you fucking phony. Yeah. You fucking little bitch.
Yeah, because you would never expect somebody in that kind of business to be saying or handicapping people, because he wouldn't want it done to himself.
Yeah. And he had the power to do it. You know what I mean? So that's
of course, because everybody fucking moved for him once they knew his ratings were through the roof. You know, he called whatever he liked and what he didn't.
Yep, and you know, and like I said, for any Howard fan watching, you think I'm lying? Look it up. It's a fucking fact. He's a fucking cunt. He's a pussy, and he's a coward. He wouldn't go head to head with them ever. Like, he would just kind of be like, "Oh, Opie and Anthony, they stole from me. They rip everything off I do." Yeah. And it's like, all right, you invented everything, Howard. We get it, you know. Yeah. But yeah, no, I have serious disdain for him. And then when I saw this video, I was like, good. I hope you get fucking massacred, and I hope your fucking fan base looks at you and goes, "You're gross," and leaves you, because it is the most cringiest fucking thing you will see all day. All fucking day. Fuck that guy.
All right. What else? Fucking I don't know. Fucking Tupac's supposed to come back for 2020. They're going through this Tupac thing again.
I don't even want to talk about that. That sounds stupid to me.
But it's like, there's documents.
What, like he's alive?
Yeah, he's alive. He's in
Jesus
Cuba.
Christ.
He's in Indonesia. Yeah. And he's coming back this year because of everything that's happening.
He's literally Elvis.
Yeah.
He's literally become Elvis.
Yeah. So the whole Tupac is coming back thing is coming around again. And every few years, people entertain this.
I don't know why. Yeah. Instead of making millions and millions of dollars, he'd just rather hide out somewhere in a fucking shanty town where, it makes total fucking sense.
Yeah, no, not at all.
But Dave, we're actually about to end right now. We're literally ending right now. I just wanted to give one recommendation for you podcast listeners. Call into the next show, Dave. Call into Unfiltered. Podcast listeners and Sopranos fans. There's a Sopranos podcast. It's Bobby Bacala and Christopher.
Really?
It's them two doing every episode. I think they're 3 or 4 episodes deep. And it's called, I can't remember the name of it. Just search Sopranos podcast with Michael Imperioli.
Wow.
But it's, if you're a Sopranos fan, what better can you have than hearing Christopher and Bobby talk about fucking Sopranos? Yeah. And they're going to do every fucking all 86 episodes.
Really?
So, yeah. So
they're going through every episode.
Every episode.
Hold on. They're watching it while being
No. They're just taking the episode and then discussing it and behind the scenes stuff and all sorts of cool shit. So if you're a Sopranos fan and you're looking for a podcast, boom, there you go. I just found out about it today. Yeah. Well, they're not up to 86 yet.
But I'm saying that if they do it well, it could be really good.
I listened to the first one today, and I enjoyed it. As a Sopranos fan, though. Like, I don't think it's something who's not a Sopranos fan. Like, you could just go in and be like, hey, let me check this out. You have to kind of know the show and, be a fan of it. And that's really it. And if you're not a Sopranos fan,
then don't watch it.
I don't know what's wrong with you.
But you guys check out that producer versus producer thing, because I know we're stopping.
It's called Verses with Z's. The S's are replaced with Z's.
Okay,
and they're on YouTube.
Yeah, and it's like they're doing like hit for hit, and go check them out because it's been getting a lot of attention. It's been pretty cool.
Swiss Beats started this whole thing. Yeah. Swiss Beats and Timberland were the first one, and they started this whole thing. He used to do it though. They were doing this for a while though.
Really?
Yeah, but now with the quarantine, they're doing it again.
Names.
Yeah,
look at the names.
Yeah, well, no, even I'm telling you, they did it a while ago, and he would do it. I forget where, but I remember he was doing it.
Who had better hits? Who had more? Did Premier kill RZA?
He didn't kill him.
What did he like?
See, the problem is with RZA, he's only produced Wu-Tang tracks.
Yeah.
Where Premier is
able to keep up with.
He's not just Gangstar. You know what I mean? Premier's all over the place.
Everywhere.
So, and I was listening to Shadowboxing.
Yes.
Right? The RZA's the last verse in that song, right?
I can't remember.
It's Method Man, Jizza, and RZA, I believe.
I can't.
But
I'm not.
I think it was Shadowboxing, but RZA is awful.
Yeah,
he is so bad.
Mindbender.
100 people.
Yeah.
And I'm running.
Million lives.
Velocity. Exterior.
Yeah.
And he'll just like throw words in, and it's like you're just using big words. You're not even rapping.
Yo, the genius was the fucking shit.
He was, but
I loved fucking Ghostface. Ghostface Killer was he is so good.
The king of Wu-Tang, though.
What? Meth?
Of course.
Yeah, but he couldn't. His own album sucked.
Tikal was all right, and Judgment Day was.
It wasn't good.
It was like half and half. There was like a handful of good songs.
If you take if you take the Raekwon's or
Cuban
Ghostface
Links.
Killers, I mean those albums were so good.
And not even just Iron Man for Ghostface. The
Yeah.
Shayla Ghost
Yes.
was a beast too. With Apollo
Clientele,
Kids
Supreme
and
Clientele.
Tommy Mottola.
Yeah, that shit killed it.
On his road.
Oh, so much, and it's so weird because everything that Method Man was on back then, he would light up so fucking.
That's what
dope.
I mean, though. Like Method Man was
Best featured rapper
he
ever.
was that guy where you were like, "Oh shit, here comes Meth."
Yes.
But no, because
Best featured
Dude,
rapper ever, but couldn't put out his
I'll
own
put
shit.
"Bring the Pain" up against any other Wu-Tang single.
Stop. No way.
Dude, "Bring the Pain" is fucking fire. It is fire,
Yes,
dude.
it is. But stop. There's
What
a
would you put up
lot.
against it?
There's a lot. Hold on. What was that fucking song by Ghostface when he talks about the girl?
Which
Oh man, about fucking her on the
the only
Ostrich.
one I really could think of is "Yes, the shit is raw coming at your door, screaming."
No,
You know
there's
that one?
I need a catalog
Like,
in front of me. But
and then Ray, the only one I could think of that you could put up against it is "Ice Cream," and "Ice Cream" to me doesn't beat "Bring the Pain."
no, but there's songs on that album that you don't remember that
Dude,
were
and then
fucking
this
fire.
song too from Tikal, the "When I First Stepped on the Scene."
Yeah.
Dude, when that beat fucking drops,
Yeah.
you want to fucking smash
with the
somebody-
horns.
What? Dude, I was like in my head, I'm like, if I ever get introduced to like a crowd,
That.
I'm coming into
Yes.
that fucking song.
It's dope.
Like that
It
is the
dope.
song I'm coming into.
It's dope. It has one of the best openings and just
Even when he
how it
comes in and he's like,
explodes.
check it, I'm the
Yes.
fucking man who did
Yes.
Oh my god.
You guys
bro.
listen to that. What is that called again?
Release Your Delph or something like that.
Yeah, from Method Man. You guys definitely, when you guys stop this, go listen to that
That
real
song,
quick.
and it, like I said, the girl singing, and then all of a sudden it's
It's
just
so dope. Yeah. The horns are going, the beat's going, and Meth just murders it.
That's what I mean, dude. The energy Meth brings and the fucking like,
Awesome.
like Sticky Fingers. Like remember in Shut 'Em Down, every verse Sticky Fingers
Yeah.
had on that album, you were like, this motherfucker's an animal.
Yeah.
Then he came out with a solo, and you were like, ugh.
Yeah.
But
The feature, best
that
feature.
Shut 'Em Down album. Every fucking Sticky verse,
Yeah.
React, Shut 'Em Down, and Shut 'Em Down
Biggie was a good
React.
featured rapper too. And anything that Biggie featured on, he would
The
fucking
greatest
he
collabo
killed
of all
it.
time is Biggie and Jay, Brooklyn's finest. Nothing
Yeah.
comes close to that. Well,
Yeah.
no, things come close to it.
Yeah.
But that fucking collabo to me, the way they go back and forth
Yeah.
is fucking. I just love
So
their
good.
vibe together.
Yeah.
And the beat is just a jigger,
So
bigger.
good.
How you figure?
Yeah. Yeah.
Hip hop back then, the way
So
they would
good.
catch you with that beat.
Yeah.
There's no like really like that kind of like drop anymore where it's like it fucking
Every-
just knock your head off.
When rap, it's different because back then when rappers would do a song, they would compete with the other rapper on the song, not like
Not a battle, but it was like my verse is gonna shit on you.
My verse, I'm gonna outdo you with my verse. I'm not gonna shit on you, but like I'm gonna let you know that I'm the man in this.
That's
song.
how LL and Cannabis had their beef because of 4, 3, 2, 1.
Like that's how hip hop was. Meth versus Chef. That's how hip hop was back then.
Yeah.
It was.
well, that's
so
how it
sport.
started as rappers. It was the rapper would shit on the other DJ, and then the other DJ's MC would shit on the other one
Yeah.
as they're DJing, and that's kind of how rap formed. You know, like really to the masses.
Well, it's always been sport, and like it was so good having.
But they were secondary to the DJ. The attraction was the
Yeah,
DJ,
of course.
and the
Yeah,
rapper
because-
was second fiddle.
And well, it was because they had the dances back then too, when they had the fucking all the break dances.
But the DJs back then too, you listen to some of those fucking DJs from back then, and the way they would fucking scratch and just
Kill it.
Ah.
Yeah,
I
kill
could
it.
watch that shit all day long. I think it's such a cool art form.
Yeah, that's why even like having Premiere just used to.
He got fat as hell, didn't he?
Yeah, but he would put these breaks and then scratching in between for the hooks, and how Premiere did it was
Premier as a producer is
so good,
I would say maybe the greatest rap producer of all time.
so good.
When you heard Premier was on the beat, you were like, "Oh, this shit's
Yeah.
gonna be fire." And he worked with everybody.
Yeah, he did.
You know, and I feel like I hate to say this because I know you're a fan of theirs. I feel like he wasted a lot of his time with Gangstar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if you listen to Hard to Earn is such a
I feel like
good
he could have
album.
done so much more.
I
though.
don't think you understand how good Hard to Earn was.
I just don't. Guru's voice is boring to me.
Oh, it's so good. I'm gonna give you Hard to. I'm gonna find the Hard to Earn album, and I want you to listen to it for like a week.
I can find it on YouTube, I'm sure.
Yeah, but I want you to listen to it for like a week, and then you tell me. Like,
Yeah, but his voice is so like.
Stop.
It is. His voice is very just flat.
I know his monotone, but just listen to Hard to Earn for the next week, and then tell me what you think about it.
All right.
All right.
Yeah. All right, guys. That's
Hold on.
it. We're wrapping it up. Unfiltered Marriage coming up next in 20 minutes right here, so stay tuned. If you're listening to us on the brand and you're listening to the audio version only, we are live every Tuesday night starting at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time with Super Ugly Show. Go to YouTube now, subscribe, hit that notification bell. You can call in, you can write in the comments section, and also on Tuesday nights you get Unfiltered Marriage that starts at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So make sure you go to Super Ugly Show on YouTube right now, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and check us out live every Tuesday night. Also, go to russosbrand.com. russosbrand.com. You get over 14 brand new shows every single week, and only for $3.95 a month. That's less than $1 a week, and you're getting a bevy of content. So go to russosbrand.com right now and sign up. I believe you get the
hair,
first.
motherfuckers. I got hair.
I believe you get the first month free. StatementGames.com, guys, go over there. Even just get the traffic, like I said. I know there's no sports, and now even UFC's down. So go to StatementGames.com and at least get some traffic over there. And, of course, go support OPRadio.com or wherever you get your podcast. Subscribe to the Opie Radio podcast. He had Dr. Ian Smith on, if anyone remembers him from the Fat People Show on VH1. He was talking about the coronavirus and stuff like that. So if you want to hear about coronavirus, listen to that episode. If not, go back to an older one and check them out because they're really funny, especially the ones with my buddy Carl Ruiz. Rest in peace, Chef Carl. We love you, buddy, and we love all you guys. We'll see you next Tuesday. Peace.